98ROCK.com with Godsmack, everybody.
Woo!
Welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure.
Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Sully Erna from Godsmack.
I'm Tony Rumbola from Godsmack.
Hey, every time you guys come to town in this area, it's always really exciting. Having the conversation I had with you a few weeks ago regarding your foundation, everything leading up to right now, just the other day when we saw the announcement and knowing that I'd had that conversation with you, the excitement and the opportunity that you have to touch a bunch of hearts and explain what it's all about is going to be pretty exciting personally. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us, and thank you for supporting it.
Yeah, that's it's something that, you know, with all the stories that have come, you know, some of the news stories that are hitting the trending news all have things to do with depression, things to do with dependency. And to have a rock band actually get on the forefront with a foundation that helps everything to do with that, a blanket coverage, is something that just I want to make sure I get out there right off the bat before we talk about anything else today.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best, that's for sure.
All right, so you came off of the what was it when I talked to you were Sweden? Was it
Yeah, we were in Europe. We just did a run through Europe from the west to the east side, and then came here and started this. We had like a 2-day break. That was fun.
Wow.
2 whole days. What do you do in your 2 days? What do you do with your 2 days?
Hung out with my dog.
Sleep adjustment.
Yeah, right?
They go, let's send you from Romania back to the East Coast and United States, give you 2 days to adjust to that, and then send you to Phoenix, so you're 3 hours behind that.
Oh my God, your
It
clock
just
has to be
never-
weird right
That's
now.
insane.
It just never.
Well, with as many
no
places.
one ever knows what time it is, what day it is.
Well, if as many places as you guys have played around the world, is there somewhere you still want to play? Like, would you want to play at the
Yes.
pyramids? Would you want to? Where is that
No,
place?
I don't know about the pyramids. I want to go to the pyramids, but I don't know if I want to play there. We're still looking forward to going to South America, actually. We haven't been there yet.
Okay.
Really?
And we just always hear there's a really good buzz about us there, but we just quite haven't got to that side of the world yet. So I think when we go back to do the Australia, New Zealand run, we're going to try to make South America, Mexico all a part of that run.
At least I think you'll be in the same latitude, or think at the bottom half of the Earth,
Yeah,
traveling down that way or something like that.
Somewhere
Right?
in that time zone.
So we've had a really interesting question we've been asking. You know, I asked you the Mount Rushmore question last time I talked to you, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But if you had to make a biopic about the band, that seems to be like a trendy thing right now for bands to do.
What does that mean?
A biopic, a story about your band.
Yeah, like movies like Queen,
Yeah.
you know, the biography of Queen.
Oh.
We had that movie, you know, Motley Crue that just came out. So if there was one about you, if you guys were to do one for Godsmack, what would be that opening scene?
The opening scene.
Oh, man. Listen.
The opening scene.
Listen.
Biopic.
Listen to me right now. While people still have wives and girlfriends in this band, I'm not sure that's appropriate to talk about on live TV. No, I'm not sure. You know, the funny thing is a lot of people are asking us about the Godsmack doc, if it's going to come out, when it will come out. And my answer is it can't come out yet because we don't know how it ends. We're still kind of living through it.
Exactly.
Although I have been working on a feature documentary about my life story that's kind of based on my book that has a lot of Godsmack elements in it as it gets towards the tail end of it, because it goes from the time I was born and all the struggles I went through up until I got a record deal, and it kind of ends there. So there's going to be somewhat of a tease of that story coming in, or at least the birth of it. Mm-hmm. But as far as the Godsmack story, it's
still
just
going.
It's a little bit premature, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
you guys have got so much momentum right now, and you know, talking to you, I've talked to you guys several times over the course of your careers, and the momentum and the freshness that you have right now. I don't think that it's got to be. Is it surprising to you guys how relevant and how much momentum that you have at this point in your careers? I mean, are you when you write the music, do you say, I just know this is going to be something that's going to be a hit. I know this is going to be something that's going to be relevant. How do you feel about when you're doing it?
We're thankful for it, you know, that we still have fans that support us and support our new music, so we're thankful. And we're just hard workers who do what we do, you know.
Do you have when you talk about the work ethic that it takes to come up with not only write music, to rehearse music and to perform music, what's the difference? Is a lot of times people skate on talent. I know early in my career I did. You know, I'd say I'll just show up for work. You know, I could fly by the skin of my pants. now I seem to prepare a little bit more, and I'm a little bit more adult. Do you guys find yourselves to be a little bit more work on prepping and stuff like that, and be more prepared than you ever have, or has it always been work ethic for you guys?
I feel like it's always been that way
Yeah.
for us, right? I mean,
So that's just
we've
me
always
then. I was
worked
just a
hard.
slack ass the entire time then.
Right from the beginning, he kind of trained us because he had already. Well, he was in bands signed before me and Robbie were, so you know he worked us
Oh yeah, you found these guys in shape.
in a good way. You know, there's nothing wrong with practice.
I really think, you know, there's still bands out there that kind of feel the way we do, which is a little bit more old school mentality, which is you got to kind of roll up your sleeves and get into the grind and get dirty to get something great out of it, you know? The Foo Fighters are definitely one of those bands, Metallica. Like, there's some bands out there that still fight for who they are and what they do and how they do it. And I have a lot of respect for those kind of bands. I have a harder time when, you know, bands just get up on stage and they're playing to track and it's just the computer's doing the work and they're singing along. Like, you know, I'm not saying that they're not good artists or good musicians. I'm just saying that I don't see it because I don't watch them play it. I don't hear them do it. So it's hard for me to kind of relate to that more than it is to a band that's in there playing note after note, singing take after take, and getting it right like it used to be in the days. And I guess that's how we were raised, so that's how we know how to make things
An
great.
organic sound.
Yeah,
You know.
it's like anything, right? Where if you're a painter or whatever, you're not gonna like have the computer go, hey, I want to do a dolphin, and you press the button and it goes zoom. You're gonna get in there and screw it up and make mistakes.
There's
and
gonna be
brush and
flaws,
change
yeah.
colors and work, and 18, 24, 92 hours later, you're still trying to get it perfect. That's kind of what we do with music.
Awesome. As far as ask you, I would like to. So the Mount Rushmore question came up the last time we talked, and I know that I know that you probably have a lot of interviews, and I asked you the Mount Rushmore question before, but if you had between the two of you come up with a Mount Rushmore of rock right now.
I remember that question. If you could make your own Mount Rushmore out of rock faces, like the legendary, who would be the four faces for you?
Oh, Hendrix would be one,
Yeah.
and Eddie Van Halen,
Oh.
and they're all guitar players for me.
You're so racist.
You pick a couple.
John Bonham.
There you go, get a John Bonham. Maybe Jimmy Page might have to get in there.
Jimmy
too.
Page is on there. How many is that? Is that three? Is there? Because now's time to snub somebody.
No, if it's Eddie and Hendrix and Bonham and Jimmy Page.
All right, that's it.
That's three guitar
Pretty
players.
good though.
That's-
Covering a lot of ground there.
I might build mine out of drummers. He builds his out of guitar players.
I got a feeling there'll be a little side discussion on this as you roll down the hall tonight. 98 ROCKFEST. Tampa Bay has just been looking forward to seeing you guys. Congratulations on the album, on all the success. And as far as your movie, I hope you have some more scenes coming up in your biopic down the road, all right?
Oh, okay. I don't know why you got to ask me.
Godsmack.
That's kinda weird. You got a weird face when you're doing that.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate it. Rock out tonight.
Thank you very